again for joining us. We'll begin with the news at this time. It's a story that has been trending, since the start of the week, and that's the controversy regarding the Nigeria Labour Congress, which has now warned the federal government that it will shut down the economy if its president, Joe Ajaero, is arrested by the police. The police had earlier in the week invited Mr. Ajaero for questioning over allegations of terrorism financing, treason and cyber crimes. The NLC strongly opposes the police summons detailing these allegations, characterizing them as politically motivated and an attempt to destabilize the labor movement. Well, Joe Ajaero didn't honor the invitation on the set date. He is seeking an extension of time to consult with his lawyers and come prepared. He has said he will appear and honor the police summons on August the 29th. In view of this, the unions have also announced plans to embark upon a nationwide strike and protests if Mr. Ajaero or any of the union's leaders are detained or harmed. And that's what we are starting off with this morning. We bring in to give his take on this controversy. We have public affairs analyst Ola Dendi Adekunle joining us here in the studio. And it's good to have you join us.
Good morning.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure to be here this morning.
Hope you're doing great.
Very well.
Very good morning to you.
And you're also looking the part too.
Thank you.
All right. So along the line, the reactions from Labour and elsewhere regarding this, latest move by the police following its investigation. It said it's carried out its investigation and now wants Mr. Ajaero, Comrade Ajaero, to come and state his own side of the story. The question some groups of persons have asked is who wants Joe Ajaero out of circulation. They're calling it motivated, politically and otherwise. But how do you see it?
Let's ask ourselves first and foremost, politically motivated on what basis? Is there any pending issue between federal government and the Labour that has not been resolved? To the best of my knowledge, no pending issue that has not been attended to between Labour and federal government. Now, what will be the gain, the benefit of federal government if Joe Ajaero is invited and they are claiming he's politically motivated? It's baseless. They can't just bring up an allegation without proving it. On what basis? The major issue of minimum wage has been resolved. A lot of issues has been resolved. Let me catch your mind back. This is a president of NLC that came to office February 8, 2023, and so far so good. We have had between 8 to 10 strike, a national strike for that matter. In the history of Labour Congress, in the history of Labour strike in Nigeria, no single NLC president have called out workers within a year, or let's say within 15 months, for a strike or a national strike for more than 8, 9, 10 times. What will be the gain of the federal government if people are saying it's politically motivated? How? This is the question we need to ask ourselves. I am not surprised anyway. I am not really surprised. Why I'm not surprised is that, to me, if you don't have anything you are hiding, it is a collective responsibility to ensure that Nigeria is secured. As a tenant, as a landlord, you have a tenant, and they discover something, it's still a suspect. All this we are saying is still an allegation. And then the law of Nigeria prescribes somebody to be innocent until it is proven. The honor of proof is on who allege. To me, a good, responsible Nigerians that believe in Nigeria, that want Nigeria to be secured, will not think about it twice and appear. It can even appear the same day. Just to come on Tuesday. If I mean it's true, I will appear that same day because I have nothing to hide. Just to assist Nigeria and to ensure Nigeria is secure. And they are talking about a suspect that of international dimension.
Just a moment. It seems you're not considering the fact of time in this matter, because you said if you are the one, you will appear immediately. Why not consider the issue of time? He was summoned that same day, that it will appear the next day. And the lawyer said, no, give him time to prepare. Are you not saying the level of preparations should not be considered?
What preparation are we talking about here? When the FCC invited former governor of Ekiti State, Ayo Fayose. He went there the following day. He left office a day before. He went there the following day. So, what preparation? We are talking about something that is border on our security. We're talking about preparation. What preparation does he need to appear? What is he hiding? To me, he can appear that same day, not even on Tuesday. You got the letter on Monday. They said they sent a text message to him on Monday. If I'm in his shoe, I will appear. Why? Because I have nothing to hide.
But you are not Joe Ajaero.
I'm not Joe Ajaero. Anyway, we shouldn't even drag that too much. Oh, he has requested that you should be given time till 29th of this month, August, which is just about a few days away. Today is 25th, if I'm not mistaken. 4 days away, let police give that opportunity for him to appear at his own stated time. But to me, we need to help this government. Okay, assuming that there is an issue within the labor, that maybe a bomb went off at that labor, maybe they stole a bomb there and it went off. Are they not going to be the same people that will be blaming the federal government? Discourage them for not doing their job? Now, they are trying to do their job now. You are obstructing them. This is an allegation for God's sake. All you need to do is to appear. They will ask you questions, you answer.
Right, and the unions have now gone on to issue various, levels of threats of what they call the mother of all protests, the mother of all strikes, industrial actions, that is. Do you have any concerns? Do you have any fears?
It's very laughable, very, very laughable. The question is Joe Ajaero above the law? Being an NLC president, does that confer on him immunity from prosecution? No, it's laughable. If a labor leader have an edict now, the next thing is to call out strike. No, he's never done anywhere in a state climb all over the world. What are we talking about here? Because your leader was invited, we are talking about strike. Who were they threatening? They can't threaten us. Nigeria belongs to all of us. And then if Nigeria must work, we must have a responsibility to play to ensure that Nigeria works. The part of the responsibility we are talking about is to ensure that there is security in Nigeria by being invited. It's for him to go there and just listen to the police. And because of that, you are calling out a strike. That is laughable. It becomes frivolous. It doesn't have any meaning again. Too frivolous for a labor leader of 18 months to be calling out strike more than 10, 11 times in a year. It's not frivolous.
But so you don't think there is any justification
at all for whatsoever?
It has most of the grouses that the labor unions have been, using to embark on, those protests to send a message to the federal government have had to do with the level of, the economy, poor standards of living, the minimum wage, which, in your words, when you started off, has now been achieved.
Well, then what is relationship? Why would they not be blaming government that it is politically motivated? I'm asking this question: is there any pending matter between Labour and the federal government or any state? No. We are a civilized country. Very civilized country.
You sound so confident that
I'm too sure
that the Labour leader should appear before.
They should appear.
Are you just a moment? Are you confident that this will bring out the investigation to unravel the truth surrounding this matter?
It will assist the police in their investigation. It will assist the police. You have a tenant who government is suspecting to be a criminal, to be a terrorist. Is that a big deal? Too big for you to ask? Landlord, come and explain to you. At least this guy must fill some form. It might be questioned before they give him that place, before they let it out to him. But they are asking you. You might ask them in your question and answer. But to me, it's not a big deal. Ajaero is not above the law. Ajaero does not have immunity. I'm not surprised. These are characters that in 2015, they couldn't conduct their own election. It became crisis. He became professional leader of NLC then, before he opted out in 2016, 17 December. and declare another labor union, United Labour Congress. I am not surprised. This is a man that has broken so many laws, so many court judgments. So what are we talking about here? Ajaero, I want to repeat, Comrade Ajaero is not above the law. He should appear to assist the government. As he assisted the government, they are assisting the Nigerian nation. He should appear.
All right. And, you know, to try and strike a balance in all of this, even though we've run out of time, what you said, you know, in your closing address, so to speak, that Joe Ajaero has not been charged. We wait and see how all of this, it still remains allegations, and as you have said, he is still presumed innocent if and when he gets his day in court. We'll wait and see how it all pans out. Public Affairs Analyst Oladeyinde Adekule, we thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you very much for having me.